Check one, check two. Yo, like KRS-One said, rappers are in danger. You know, it's just, man, what's going on in hip-hop? I got to say that the value of the music and the culture and what we talking about here has just gone down. It's just elevated completely downhill. Completely downhill. Have y'all seen some of the music on TikTok that is blowing up? It's all just either about ignorance, sex, violence, drugs. I mean, MK Ultra, the government, the FBI, whoever you want to say, has definitely infiltrated hip-hop to the point to where hip-hop has lost its main purpose. Do y'all understand that rap music came from the ghettos, right? Came from the hood, and it was meant to alleviate and bring hope to people from the streets, and that's why people started rapping. Okay, to bring communities together. This is how hip-hop started, right? Now this is something that people said that would never get big and that would never be famous. Okay? And then once it started to take off, which we could say late 90s, I know a lot of people will argue. We've had this argument before that a lot of people said it was the 80s. But I feel that hip-hop became super mainstream was in the 90s because MTV, which controlled the music industry at that time, was not supporting or playing hip-hop. And in order to really become mainstream, you had to be on MTV. So I would say around late 90s, early 2000s is when MTV finally gave in and started playing hip-hop. But it almost seemed like you had to talk about ignorance in order to get airplay. So now we've reached a point where now we just got rappers talking about this, and we got even now female rappers. More, I think a time where we've never had this many female rappers, and they're all saying the same shit. I mean, where's the Lauryn Hills at? Oh, well, like I said before, we have a rapper by the name of Rapsody, but she don't get the same credit as, say, a Cardi B. Cardi B is cool. She's okay. But, come on. Let's really look at the message that she portrays here. I mean, it's so funny that her song with Blueface that came out a while ago is now trending on TikTok. And, you know, you got people and their kids in that video, people dancing with their kids, people all dancing. And it's just, yo, did y'all even listen to the lyrics? Or maybe they are listening to the lyrics. They're hitting a different frequency. The government's hitting a different frequency. Look, I can go into this into full detail, but we're going to save that for another video because right now I just got to run and I just wanted to drop this out because this was on my mind. But I got to tell you right now, man, that hip-hop is at an all-time low. And like I said, man, I gave it a chance. You know, you can't come in and say, oh, another golden era 90s rapper talking about hip-hop is this and that. Nah, man, I gave it a chance, man. I listened to all y'all music, man. This shit is whack. This shit is whack. And all y'all sound the same. All y'all rappers sound the same. I was over at one of my homies' studios, and I was just listening to the beats and to the music that all the rappers that were coming in and doing, and I just said, yo, man, all these rappers sound the same, though. I mean, some of the music sounds good, but how am I going to differentiate is the word, right? Differentiate. How am I going to differentiate between all these rappers? Because they all sound the same. All the beats sound the same. All the raps sound the same. All the auto-tune sounds the same. It's all the same. So, yeah, man. And then now you got rappers snitching on each other, like with the whole Gunna situation. All these rappers getting locked up, snitching on each other. They snitching on their team. Black people locked up, snitching on other black people. Black people killing each other. You look at these rappers all getting killed. They're all getting killed by other black people. It's just, man, I really hope that people can really start to wake up and see what is going on here, because this shit is crazy. It is so crazy. What happened to the KRS-Ones? What happened to the Public Enemies? What happened to the Talib Kwalis? Where is Common at? Lupe Fiasco, what happened? Mos Def, Yasin Bey, even though they just did the Black Star album, but that got no play. What happened to Dead Prez? What happened to Andre 3000? What happened to David Banner? David Banner started, I mean, he came out with some mainstream stuff, but then he started going a little bit more political conscious. I mean, we do have Kendrick out there. We do have Kendrick. But Kendrick's last album, which I enjoyed, wasn't really saying what I think I wanted to hear. But it was cool. You know, it sounded like something that he needed to talk about for him. But where are the Tribe Called Quest? I mean, you know, we ain't producing new rappers like that. All the rappers that we are producing right now are just talking about the same shit. And it's all whack. And then what's really interesting is that not only are a lot of y'all rappers either going to jail, getting shot, doing all that stuff, but when y'all get locked up and get arrested, y'all snitching on each other. And then y'all trying to be out here like you hard. But then once the shit hits the fan and it goes down, now y'all snitching. Yeah, man. That ain't the hip hop that I come from. That's not the era that I come from, man. You know, I don't know what's going on with y'all. Like I think a lot of y'all are soft. You know, y'all rappers are wearing makeup. Y'all want to wear dresses. And that's cool. Hey, man, to each their own. That's what y'all want to do. Cool. I don't really see that as part of hip hop culture, though. I don't see a rapper coming out in a dress as part of hip hop culture. I mean, you don't see that in country music. If people try to say, "Oh, well, who's doing that?" Like it was interesting when I watched the BET Awards and I saw all these gay rappers. And no, I'm not homophobic, but I will say this: you do not. I repeat, you do not see that in country music. They're really out here trying to feminize masculinity in hip hop culture. So yeah, that's just my little rant on that. Yeah, man, hip hop is at an all-time low.